You're such an asshole.
Well, a lot of people have sent me the articles, which I'm aware. But here's the thing, guys. Yeah, I know they were gonna bail partially people out. Oh my God, Cappy, you can believe it? Yeah, have you seen my show? Have you read my books? What? You're talking to the guy whose friends are coming up from 25 years ago. Yeah, you were right about any one of a number of things, because back, I know it's may shock you. When I was younger, it was also popular to be a Democrat because that's what all the cool hip kids did. The teachers brainwashed you, like, hey, I mean, let me show you how dumb Gen X was. You think Gen X is some great generation? It's not. They're just as stupid as you are, perhaps a little thinner and sexier, but just as stupid. The Boomers convinced Gen X that the Doors were good to listen to. They remember all these kids had the Doors posters. I'm like, guys, like, I understand the Rolling Stones, they're good. That's a good Boomer band. But the Doors? And I was Clary's a Republican, libertarian. Oh, he wants low taxes and fiscal responsibility. Look at the square. And now they got kids. Oh, you got skin in the game? Oh, you have a home. Oh, you're paying taxes. Oh, that Alex P. Keaton Clary. He was just so zany. And yeah, y'all keep this is where democracy ends, where the masses of parasites vote to take the producer's money away. Not exactly communism, but kind of effectively the same thing. And that's why I wrote Enjoy the Decline. That's why I'm about minimalism. This is why I'm about a plan B. That's why I wrote Worthless, the Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major, which would have avoided all this. But what even 11 years ago when I wrote that, the liberal art, that Fareed Kazad or Zarik Careers, whatever, the Middle Eastern dude at CNN who wrote the Value of a Liberal Arts Degree. Oh, someone go kick him in the nads. I don't think he has nads. Even then, well, come on now. It's not all about the money. You can howl at the moon or you could take action, is what's going to boil down to. Okay? I recommend taking action. I recommend reprioritizing your life. You shouldn't have been aiming to be a multimillionaire anyway. Major in the right thing. But yeah, guys, why do you think I'm going to Asia this year or this winter? Why do you think I'm going to Central or Eastern Europe? I too am sick and tired of paying for everyone, essentially not me. You can see he's going to split it based on gender and race. It's not that. It's split down very simply, producers and parasites. The parasites will use whatever trait they're born with or whatever they can to color it to make it look like, oh, I'm trying to steal your money, but I have this trait. Or I make up a trait. And I'm going to hide behind it. Oh, you want me to what? Pay back the money I took from other people? You must hate the trait I claim to have, people. Whether that is race or sexual preference or gender or ethnicity or whatever it is, okay? It's producers and parasites. We live in a democracy. Thanks to boomers, we raised a bunch of parasites. Thanks to Democrats who have now taken over for the parenting of our nation and our children and teachers, you have a nation of parasites. This is not a fertile environment for people who want to work hard and are industrious and want freedom. And it's moving away from freedom. And frankly, I don't know if sex is important to you guys, but the people are freaking ugly and fat. This is not a place. This is not going to be a country for. It's not a country for winners. Now it's a country for losers. So you can, and the rules every 2 years are tweaked and adjusted to account for the people that are in the country, which means it's going to be tailored more and more towards losers and parasites. And unless you're going to like become a dictator, which is not a fun life, go find another Paul and Andrew Henderson and move overseas, or scale it back here and enjoy life. I got a course on minimalism. You want to know how to win, but you're too lazy to move overseas? Take my course on minimalism. Achieving minimalism. Secret to happiness and success in life. I know it's a grandiose title, but I charge grandiose prices, $450. It's on Teachable. It's open for enrollment now. But there you go. You know what? It's a democracy. People are going to vote the way they're going to vote. Would you want to take up arms and lord? You got to babysit these people. Let the Democrats babysit these people. Look how happy the Democrats are. So let's go through it. Anonymous writes, I'm going to keep it. Dear Cappy, please keep me anonymous and make this video. Long-time listener, repeat customer, has been following your career advice since reading Worthless and Bachelor Pad Economics a year ago. I majored in computer science, work as a programmer, invest in real estate, and make small but smart plays in crypto and stocks. As a result, I made $140,000 last year, more than $125,000 Cap. Biden set for student loan forgiveness in his announcements today. Imagine if you were a sucker like me and you paid cash working your ass, full-time school, full-time work. By the way, all of you who collected a student loan bailout, you're inferior people. There's no doubt about it. You're parasites and thieves, and you're inferior people. It's not an opinion. It's descriptive. Need to say I'm pissed off. I do everything right financially and work hard, but as time goes on and the West turns more and more socialist, it seems the government is going to absorb responsibility for people's mistake and punish the people who got to the top by their own merit. I did not come from wealth. Neither did I. Parallel to this, I've been working in corporate America, where I'm also seeing it become less and less of a meritocracy every day. Oh, yeah, it never was. It's even worse now. As more emphasis is placed on reverse racism. No, there's just racism. That's all it is. You're either a bigot or you are not. Diversity and inclusion practices that punish me for my white skin and being a male. Yeah, well, you should quit. I'm not joking. Just guys, if it is not a fair game, quit. Play the game as much. We had this discussion about the big four accounting firms, which before all the bow down and worship the not whites and the not males popularity contest came in, already the Big Four was not meritocratic. It was not a place you'd want to hang your hat, but you'd still go there. You get your 2 years experience and then you leave. Right. And if you haven't read it, read the article or watch the video, Let Women Have Corporate America, even though it focuses on the gender aspect of this discrimination. The concept is the same. The environment that most major employers have become is no longer tenable. It's not meritocratic, which means it's going to become a nightmare. If meritocracy is abandoned, then it's political. And if it's political, it doesn't matter what your gender, race, even if you happen to be in a disadvantaged group that gets preferential treatment, you'll get preferential treatment up front. But then, how many times we've talked about it? Okay, you are Jerome Jackson, blackest name in all of America. All right. And you busted your ass off. You didn't do that, but you're like, you're no dummy either. Like, well, they're going to hire black people. Yeah, I'll apply. Sure. All right. Now here comes Shania Johnson. She's female and black. Well, now she's going to get promoted. Right? And now you're Shania Johnson, but then Jessica La Bamba, she's Latina. All right, so you guys are on par, female and minority, but she's whatever, lesbian or disadvantaged. And it keeps going on and on and on. And if that is what the game that they're playing to get up into the upper echelons of man, those are your leaders based on traits and not competency, what kind of work environment do you think is going to cascade down? It's going to be a nightmare. It was corporate America before all this stuff happened was already a nepotistic, backstabbing, corrupt nightmare. Now this is like throwing herpes on top of AIDS. Right? Already it was not worth working in corporate America. Now it is definitely not, regardless of what your racial, gender, belief composition might be. But especially if you're a white male, yeah, you get in there, you should all be moving to self-employment, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. And if you can't find self-employment, take as much government money as possible. Now is the time to go. Now is the time to say F it. Right? I mean, honestly, I would just I'm going to work as a bartender. Because there's like the entry level type of stuff. Employers are, God, we're desperate. Pull a Lester Burnham. He dropped out of whatever sales corporate gig, and then he worked fast food. Go work that. Just chill out. Work a nice little job. Relax. Be a minimalist. Build an online or not online, a self-employment little gig you got. Maybe it's the trades, maybe it's something else, but don't participate in corporate America. And consequently, I think corporate America is going to be, I think it's going to fail, or it's not going to be anywhere near as successful as it used to be. But it is definitely not worth going. It's kind of like college. College is not worth going to. People who go to college are not getting ahead unless you're like majoring in a very specific subject that engineering or accounting, and even then go to school online. But the environment has made, I had some inside baseball on the Target Corporation. Oh my God. You could not pay me enough to work for that company. Just all the self-loathing white people and the Minnesota backstabby, Minnesota fake politics, Minnesota nice. And then all the, oh my God, we just can't wait to promote the minorities. It's a nightmare. Forget how much you're paid. It's not worth working in that industry. It's not worth working there. It is, go read it. Let women have corporate America. And then when they need the real job done, they're going to come to contractors. Oh, well, you do need competent people, not checkbox people with race, color, gender, sexual preference. Oh, you're willing to hire white straight males now. Oh, you really need the job done. Oh, well, I thought, oh, we're 1099ers. Oh, I see. So officially, you want to be Clint Eastwood in A Fistful of Dollars. They need to hire the gunslinger. And again, regardless of your if you want to achieve excellence, if you want to work hard, if you want to have a non-nightmare of a career, regardless of who you are, gender, race, or all that, your visit to corporate America is temporary and only to sharpen your sword before you get as quickly as possible into self-employment. Because here's the thing, by the way, don't know if you noticed this, they didn't mention gender or race or the other traits they used to the Democrat. It's a number, right? How much money did you make? So your diversity and inclusion won't protect you now on this. And which, again, I would point out to my minority and female audience, like, see, inevitably they're going to come after the money. So if you are a successful person, regardless, we are all in the same boat. I'm thinking maybe I have my priorities wrong, as you said. No, I don't think you have your priorities wrong. If you read Worthless, you're in the field for what, 10 years? You have an outstanding skill and ability. You're a computer programmer. This is why, well, why should I work hard if they're just going to tax me? Because then you don't have to work 40 hours a week at an entry-level job. You can work 10, live, make money as a programmer or a dentist or whatever else, something skilled and talented. And you're like, oh, I'm about to make more than 50,000. Nah, I think I'm going to go fishing instead. Or I'm going to go overseas. Or I'm going to program from this beach in Thailand. And you could take that skill with you. And it's not saying you did not waste your time getting a good skill in a trade. The question is whether you're going to work a lot to bail out our parasitic class, which the Democrats are going to rather insist. So, that it's reality. These are the games we're playing. These are the rules we play by. This is absolutely, you did the right thing. You got the right skills. Now you just do less. You minimize yourself. Don't feed the system. But as you say, when it comes to a career, it's important to focus on what society wants, not what you want. Right. And I think you did the right thing. Well, the girls don't want guys who are ripped and don't care about a decent high middle class guy anymore now that they make their own money. Oh, women aren't a factor. Guys, just okay. I know you guys are genetically programmed to like, oh my God, girls, and have children because that's how society kept going on. It's the most powerful force in the world. Not for your generation. Not now. The government, women are disproportionately holders of student loans, right? They just got all the strong, independent women just got another bailout. Are you going to give them free money? You're not. The Democrat Party is. Guess who the women are going to be wedded to? The government. Of all the things that you should take from this, on top of go galt and not try as much, women are now even further wedded and anchored to the government disproportionately. So I would not. I don't know if you picked up the memo. I don't know if you heard what they said. They don't need you. And I wish women would tell the honest truth and say that they don't want you. Most of you, right? Someday, you look good looking. Yeah, you're a top. Stats show top 5%. But why, of all things now, why do women need you? The government just helped them out tremendously. Of course, they'll still bitch. My favorite, out there somewhere, there's these worthless parasites out there complaining it's not enough, So I would not complicate or further get angered by the state of the sexes in the West right now. Please go read my book, The Book of Numbers, Analyzing the ROI and the Pursuit of Women. And then also go pick up The Menu of Life Without the Opposite Sex. If you're going to stay here in the United States. Overseas, maybe. Not saying there aren't women here. I'm not saying don't ask out girls. Not saying don't keep the door open for marriage or happiness or love. Well, probably you shouldn't get married, but having a family and all that. But right now, just surviving in the United States is going to be difficult for those who wish to live their life and excel, right? You boys want to complicate it with girls, by all means, go ahead, but I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, it's classic. The girls just bailed them out. The government just bailed them out. Are you going to bail them out? No, you'll probably hold them to standards and expect them to lose weight and be physically attractive. Do you see? And look where women vote. Look where women go. I mean, here there is a where we would talk about a subsegment of a group of people that would be men. Yeah, the women, they're going to vote Democrat. They need you less and less every day. And how much you want to bet these girls who take a student loan bail are going to still claim to be strong, independent womans? They make their own money. Corporate America will no longer promote you for you're a white man, and the government is going to continue to take from the rich and give to the poor. Use producers and parasites. That's rich here being anything beyond average, correct? Maybe it's time I take cues from society, stop working so hard. Yes, give up my full-time job for a workout regimen akin to a male stripper. Did someone come into my house? I got to shoot him. And become what society is telling me it wants me to be. T-Rash. Yep, become. Well, look, being T-Rash ain't hard. Let's talk about T-Rash a little bit. T-Rash is ripped. Okay, that's the hardest, biggest hurdle. That's 80% of the work right there. What flavor of ripped guy you want to be? Pretty Boy Floyd, T-Rash, and go watch my video on how to become T-Rash. You just don't choose to be T-Rash. I think you're born into it. I mean, yeah, go ahead, become T-Rash. Is your goal to get laid as much as possible with women? It is. Well, okay. There's a lot of time and effort at the gym. If you abandon your job and just work part-time and go become a gym rat instead, cool. Become T-Rash. But if that's too much work for you, why not just pay for it? Seeking arrangement is a thing. There's kind of that split in the road. People like, well, the gym is hard and time consuming. I'd rather read philosophy, go for a hike, go fishing, kind of sit down. That's what the menu is about. Okay. The womans aren't here. What are we going to do? Well, there's all these options. If you're going to the gym, you're still doing it for the womans. And if it's the womans and the sex and you're not thinking about marriage, well, then it's just the sex. Well, if it's just the sex, why don't you just pay for it? And then I'm not saying don't go to the gym, but I'll tell you this, if I ever went to being single again, I'm not doing the T-Rash route. It's the seeking arrangement route. Here, got a girl in every town. Well, maybe not every town. They get quite expensive, I'd imagine. But like, yeah, I got that girl and that girl. No, you just see. Whoa. Oh, I'm going hiking. If Biden's student debt forgiveness awake is Biden's student debt forgiveness a wake up call to guys like me that we've been wrong all along. How are you wrong? Have you been listening to me? If anything, I should have guided your expectations to kind of prepare for this mentally, right? Been wrong all along, and it's time to accept reality. Well, you admit that it's reality, and then you admit the reality is this, and you've been wrong all along. Yes, you should always accept reality. This society rewards losers. Women are only around to have sex with the top tier percent of physically good-looking men, if you care to have women be part of your life. Yeah, you should not be working hard in this country. This is why the Great Resignation is awesome. Just like, no, I'm not doing that. Why? Watch my video, The One Thing Feminism Overlooked, where if you take women out of the formula, remove women from men's lives, why should men work? That's what motivates them, whether women like that or not. Okay, we're not going to get married, not going to have kids, or we're certainly not going to have pretty girls. Well, shoot. Your natural inclination, your natural conclusion here, I mean, obviously you're pissed off. Everyone who's working and bailing out these parasites should be, but your natural logic without you sitting down with a piece of paper and all, it's like, well, why should I get up at right? I mean, there's no hot girls, right? It's nature, it's genetic. You need a fuel. You need a reason. You need motivation to get up in the morning. Now, survival does that, lower Maslow's of hierarchies of needs. That's where I largely spent most of my life. So it's starvation and hunger that motivates me, right? But only to so much. Once I get to that level of orbit around the earth, I don't need to go out further than that. But you wanted to get the girls up, but they're not theirs, or they're theirs, but there's too much of each one. Like, whoa, I wanted a girl, not two in the package of one. Well, do you have any insight? You don't? Okay, well then don't do it. Every young man and woman, if you girls care to, should be actively pursuing some form of remote employment so that you can go overseas and continue to live. And unfortunately, that relegates you to a handful of fields like accounting or programming or something, or a very unique specialty like, mechanics or electrician, or even Mexicans, roofing, go overseas, do some roofing, whatever, something that if this world or this country economy becomes so unmeritocratic, becomes so unfair that you literally have no reason to work. And what part of it was they're going to postpone student loan repayments when these people live at home. I mean, yeah, it's pathetic. This is a parasitic class country. Okay, do you want to be the host for these parasites? I don't. I mean, I'm going to have to be at some level, but I don't. But and here, I'll end this with, this is why I enjoy the decline is linked below. You may also want to get Sanity is the Future of Wealth. Here's why I want you guys to do, who are righteously indignant about basically Biden attaching more leeches to you. Have you ever known a happy leech? Go out there. I guarantee you guys, go out there and look. And even on left-leaning, The Guardian or whatever, go into the comment section. You know what they're going to be doing? They're going to be complaining about it. I think that's going to be because it's not enough. And you know what? It'll never be enough. You could give these people $1 million, like people who win the lottery or NBA basketball players. They'll piss it all away, and they'll still be miserable. Why? Because deep down inside, they're lower quality, inferior people. They are thieves. Their value system is work avoidance at the expense, even if they have to technically enslave other people. That's what it is. That's what thievery is, is you enslave someone part-time so that whatever their money or their thing that they spent their time earning, you get to take it. That's essentially, it's a granular level of slavery. But if you have that attitude, you got that you're to the point that you have no problem stealing other people's lives and enslaving other people. You're not even treating the people in your social group, whether that's familial or work or friends, social, or dating even, that you now deny yourself any healthy relationships whatsoever. This is why socialists and leftists are all miserable. Okay, let's go with your standard feminist liberal arts major girl. Men are the patriarchy. I'm owed a life for men. Da, 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 da. Okay, you kind of cut off your unit. You denied what is the number one source of joy and happiness, and that would be love from the opposite sex. I'm sorry, ladies. That's why you're all sad. You've denied that. You've turned them into the enemy. You're not going to have kids, and now you've prevented yourself from having that venue. Also, I don't know if you guys ever hang out with genuine leftists. They're not fun people. They're usually parasitic. They're emotional, mental vampires. They're boring. Like, gee, more of other. Really, we're talking about the patriarchy. We're talking about the rich. Oh, I mean, your entire life is your politics. You ever hang out with people from San Francisco? Environmentalism. Da, da, da. It's like, do you want to do anything fun? They don't even have friends, not real ones anyway. And all it is virtue signaling. Like, who's the better leftist? They don't have any real love in their life. They don't have any real people in their lives, which is why which is the merits unto itself as to why you should be in good shape so that you look good. And that the dwindling level of sex, men and women, if you care to participate, ladies, is good. Because it doesn't matter what you make. If you look good and you're having sex with a good looking girl, everybody's jealous. This is why you should read the revenge chapter of Enjoy the Decline. So you're in a better mood. Because they could take half your money, guys. You know what? You're still going to have a better life. Because they don't know how to spend or invest that money. They just know how to piss it away. And they don't do anything in their lives. I mean, think about anytime you get pissed off, think about this. Here you got your average 38-year-old person who's like, you're about half dead, right? Your youth is gone. Your youth is over. And your financial situation, your life situation is you still need a government bailout? You're still dependent on your parents? Likely. You still have debt? Well, what are you doing in life? You know what they're doing in life? They're not living it. They're just working some crap job if they got one day to day. And they get their EBT card or their government assistance loan, whatever it is. Like my next 48 hours is I'm going to go probably hike in Montana. Why? It's not because I'm rich. It's because I'm a minimalist and I don't have debts. I worked and paid off. I paid cash. That's where I work full-time. Is stuck in this world where they got to buy things. And they actually think their traits are valuable. Things you were born with have value, intrinsic value for some reason. And they're stuck in the corporate world. And it's not meritocratic. And all of a sudden, Shania, I think that was her name, is beaten by Maria, because Maria is Latina, female, and lesbian. I'm going to go climb a mountain. I'm going to go look at the trees. I'm going to hike, and then I'm going to die. And at the end of the day, at the end of the life, when the sun is setting on everybody's life, all they had was MBAs, commutes, and here's what it is. You guys ready for this? This is what they got. All they got is lifelong middle school. I won't even call it high school. It's lifelong middle school. So that's how childish and petulant it is. It's what's the most popular thing. And right now it's diversity and inclusion. Like they never left middle school. Since 5 years old, they've been going to school. And that's all that corporate America and modern day employers become. It's become middle school. It's not even about getting good grades. Like school's getting good grades, right? So you go on. Work ain't even about that no more. It's like, oh my God, what color of genitalia are you advocating to lick today? It's like, should I be working? Like, shouldn't I be a really good programmer or accountant or marketer or CFO? Oh no, it's not that. So it is middle school. Do you want to live in middle school all your life? I don't. I'm not gonna. That's why I'm so, All you people that are plugged into the matrix there, you have fun going to the nightclubs and commuting and paying for parking, getting your MBA, and you have fun with that. All of you collect your checks and try to get by living in the urban centers. Like there's those who make it, like an MBA or whatever, and they get promoted within. But then there's also the other kind of leftist cultural city class where they got their worthless degrees, but they never really made it into corporate America because they don't have hustle. So whatever, they're 45 years old working as a barista or something like that, and they participate in bike rides to clog up the city. That's because they can't afford a car. Have fun, enjoy riding the bus. I don't know. Okay. And I've seen it. I've seen people my age, and older. There's I got pictures. I got some inside baseball. There's these people in their 50s. They all got full sets of gray hair, and they're still like, hey, remember the good old 90s? We're going to get together and have a meetup again. And I look at them, I'm like, they're still in the Twin Cities? They still living there? Oh, and they're ugly. Patchouli doesn't work wonders for your looks when you get older. None of you going to have that Cary Grantish charm at 60 years old. If you've consumed too much patchouli, you're like, oh, they look like those people. Oh, hey, did you shop at the co-op? Great life. And so we're kind of at the vanguard, I think, for a lot of you younger guys and gals, where it's like, okay, we got to go overseas. And let's do that. Let's just start going overseas a little bit, explore, take a look, see what's out there. Cappy's been busy, obviously, with his own things going on, but that's the next part. We're going to get the Kerbal Space Program. We're going to get out of here, or at least have a satellite, at least have, what do they call it? Have a moon base or something like that. So there you go. Let's go to the super chats, the super chats, the super chats. Let's go to the super chats and have ourselves a treat. Doc is in the house. The Blue Wrench. Boy, a lot of you guys are passionate about this. So the link down below is Enjoy the Decline. Also, here's another one. I should have linked to it down below. Go get Sanity is the Future of Wealth. I think that's the one you all need to get. Go do me a favor. Are you pissed off? You're pissed off? Are you pissed off about the student loan bailout? Go get that. Go get Sanity is the Future of Wealth for whatever. I think it's $7. Tell me if it doesn't put you in a better mood. At the end of the day, these people who have wasted their lives, they will be no one's. It'll just be, Did anyone who participated in bread and circuses in Rome make anything out of their lives? The Blue Wrench. Doc, when you move in a computer. Mike Chase, $5. Oh, all today's money goes to fuel, goes to gas to get to Montana, because Montana is huge. And all the mountains are on the west side, so you got to drive quite a ways. Cappy, this is your BBF anyway. Florida has seen a 900% increase in vasectomy since Roe versus Wade was overturned. Your wish has come true. It is weird how things cause other things. Like I'm sitting there 30 years ago, like, why are we commuting? Can we do this internet thing? It took a disease. It took a pandemic. And now, like vasectomies, which I knew the merits of long ago, I would have gotten it even earlier. I think I got mine at 30. Now it takes Roe versus Wade to do that. Why are you guys waiting? Hey, to the brothers out there, how many brothers are in the house? You got a baby mama. Now, how many of you would have paid a lot of money for Cap to go kick you in your nuts, say, hey, go get a vasectomy? I'm not kidding. The way it's going, guys, you should probably all think about just getting a vasectomy. It would be, because girls aren't going to, some are going to take responsibility, but it's up to us guys to make sure poverty ends. We could end the welfare state if every guy got a vasectomy and said, oh, you want our sperm? You would like our sperm? Oh, you would like to have a child? Well, that's very interesting. Here's an application. Do you know your dad? Do you like your dad? Can I talk to your dad? How much student loans do you have? Oh, you don't get the sperm. No, sorry, your application was rejected. Yeah, vasectomy is one of the smartest things you can do. Please look into it. Please look into it. Make sure you make a deposit so you have sperm available. But yeah, vasectomies that's even more important than going to college, I'd say. You want me to solve poverty? I'll solve poverty like that. Mandatory vasectomies for all men. Here we go. I can't force that, but I can give you the argument as to why every man should. And then you know what? We don't have to worry about poverty no more. I mean, there'll always be people genuinely disabled and genuinely statistically unfortunate. But would you like baby mamas to go? Would you like child support to go away? Would you like to not be no more? Get a vasectomy before you have kids you can't afford. Channel 1800 dumb, 5 New Zealand bucks. Cappy, can we all move in with you or Hermit? Aaron, I just pooped my pants, but I really just wanted you to say it. I poo sometimes. Well, I'll say whatever you want for $5, as long as it isn't too long. Where is T-Rash? There's a guy who has the handle T-Rash. Is he in here today? I don't know. Doc, you didn't retire. You try to retire. You managed to retire for 43 minutes, and then you get another contract. 1099 removes you from the abrasiveness of corporate machine. Don't burn out spinning plates for people who are angry and despise self. Love is the most important thing. I wish you guys would all find a wonderful unicorn of a woman, but it's just not there, guys. You have to structure and live your life for different reasons and ulterior motives. Leaving the back door open for that possibility of a wonderful woman, it just isn't there, guys. Just isn't there. ZLLR, 20 generous dollars. That'll get me all the way to Montana, I think. Enjoy the decline. Have some ice cream. I will. Actually, it'll just be fuel. Crank Sinatra, $5. People should have turned in their degrees in exchange for having the student loans forgiven. Yeah, I know. And are we going to stop? Are we going to stop lending money to the young, dumb kids? No, we're not. No, we're not. Did you know, man, 2 Canadian bucks? At what point do you exit the U.S.? Cheers, Cap. Well, whatever point it's in your best financial or social interest. I mean, not me right now. I don't make that much money, so I'm kind of like, eh. I also live in my favorite part of the country. I also thoroughly enjoy Vegas. My exiting the U.S. is more of a life raft kind of thing, where it's like, oh, you're gonna do something crazy, like take the guns away. Oh, you're gonna start, I don't know, eliminating states' rights. California's just move all over the place. So I'd be like, yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. But I'll have a nice little hut in Croatia ready for me. Ultra L, $5 and 23. I'll subscribe to Ladies of the Evening plan for $89.99 a month. Take your pick of a woman, like the old Netflix DVD ma. Is it that it's not that cheap, is it? I know a guy who does Seeking Arrangement. I think maybe that's the monthly plan. Then you got to pay on top of it for the girl sub, which by every stretch of the imagination is cheaper than you guys chasing after it. Ask Chad. Tune into Chad Elkins, the Accounting Hour. He talked about how he went to a nightclub. He bought a round of drinks for 4 people, himself included. $80. How much for you to come? Here's your $300. Oh, you'll show up at my place and then you'll go away? I can't cut that check quick enough. Wiz Division Productions, $5. I demand $10,000 compensation for being 5'4". Guaranteed this is somehow the white man's fault. Who does that? They emphasize the white. Is that Jim Goad? Whatever happened to him? Michael Morgan, $5. How coincidental the student loan bailouts right before midterms. How coincidental indeed. You know what's sad is it won't be enough. I honestly think Biden politically shot himself in the foot on this one. It's not enough. Sounds like politicians are trying to buy votes when you can't win on ideas bribe. Right. And who wasn't going to vote for Biden anyway, who was a Democrat? Channel 1800 dumb, $5. You have not watched Citizen Kane yet, Cappy. I'm deeply ashamed of you now. So I don't want to watch it. Jason, $5 again. I may get part of the bailout, but always intended to pay off my loans. How should I feel? Take it. Look, guys, for those of you who are collecting, get it. Let some of us guys get our money back. Can you let some of the good people get their money back? Take it. Absolutely. Look, like what? You're not going to pay taxes in the future? They're not going to get it out of you? You take as much money as you can. I even did it. Go back a little bit. Why Republicans should collect welfare. Absolutely. You should be ashamed. Rick Merritt, $5. No question. Just gratitude for years with him. Thanks, Rick. Did you know, Mad, $2 Cut it off, but Cappy, I still use mine. Well, you just hate the trans community. Call for president, $5. As someone who has avoided paying my student loans for more than 15 years, I'm going to shut up and take the government's money and sell some marijuana. There you go. There you go. Well, and the guy who wrote the request, he very insightful. Okay, I have no financial incentive anymore. I definitely don't have a romantic or love incentive anymore. I mean, you girls are going to get the guys you want. You girls are going to get the guys you deserve. What do? I run a head shop. I sell marijuana. I'm on government money. It's a decreasing crescendo, a decreasing but women are stuck. Well, where are all the good men? Hey, whoa. You created these rules. You keep voting Democrat, man. This is what you get. It's what you get. Generation Apollo, $2 bailout. My gender studies degree. Yep. Imagine what that's like being someone who studied their freaking gender. I like my penis not as much as the next man. There's a gay joke for all of them. I know Manscaped Geek could have fall on that one. I like it, but I don't worship it. It's there to pee and it's there to make deposits. That's what it is. How pathetic is your life that you're going to study your genitalia for 8 years? Wiz Division production, $5. Hanging out with T-Rash this Saturday. Wait, really? Oh, dude, Wiz, send me pictures. Email me pictures, man. Send me an email over at Asshole Consulting because you can't send attachments. So fill out the form. I'll email you back. Then you can email me directly. I'd love to have some pictures. Yeah, that'd be great. Seeing you and T-Rash hang out. That'd be great. Might even get him to sign a copy of the menu. He didn't write the damn. That'd be awesome. Send me some pictures, man. That'd be great. T-Rash, King Hueco, $2. I'm an engineering major taking loans. I'm happy. There you go. There you go. Wiz Division production. YouTube couldn't let me super chat when I used normally. What? Really? It's the world we're in. Bark, $2. Has nothing to say. Thank you. That's it. Yeah. So there you guys go. Enjoy the decline. Sanity is the future of wealth. And start making plans to travel overseas. Start making plans. And for God's sake, guys, don't work too hard. Don't work too hard. This isn't worth it. And girls, I'm sorry, but you can't find the guys. This is what you got. I know at some level women do want men. They don't hate men. They don't really like men that much, but they do want a type of man. Well, you just keep creating the environment that is now even going to become statistically rarer. Very rare. All right, see you guys later. Toodles.